Attention!
So we've gone from the intermediate level for quadruple sculls to the schoolboy, and again we have a German quad in this event. And on the left of your picture, it's Frankfurter Rudergesellschaft, Germania, Deutschland, and they are a really fancy crew. They're selected by the stewards, and they're on the left of your pin. And then the steering from Royal Grammar School High Wycombe, they're going to get warned by the umpire. I think that might be Richard Phelps. Oh, that's disaster. The Germans are going into the booms. This race probably might have to be stopped. He's waving the flag. That is disaster. The Germans tried to correct their steering. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. If he's still trying to steer, the Germans have done an incredible U-bend. How do you read it, Tom?
That was bizarre. I think the crew on the Burks were just being steered off and ended up going over the boys. Fortunately, didn't hit any of the booms because it was still in the early stages of the race and managed to recover. I've not seen that out of start ever in my time of watching Henley.
I think that was Richard Phelps who was the umpire. I'm just checking. Yeah, it was Phelpsy. And he was waving his white flag. I guess if he'd have stopped it, he'd have waved a red flag. But it looked like the Germans were going to hit the booms, and that was the end of their race. And they were reacting to the High Wycombe crew coming right over to their station. There's a replay. Just talk us through it, Tom.
Exactly. So I think High Wycombe just coming over into opposition water, and then you can see that German crew just responding from that, responding far too dramatically, and that it looks certainly from this angle they're pretty dangerous as though you're going to hit some of the boys. But I think at this stage,
a handbrake turn like that in a
I didn't know you could steer the boat that tight. That was, and then they're back again and then coming straight over. So very good steering in one sense to be able to recover it, but the way that what they were steering off is probably just reacting to the crews as opposed to looking down the course and steering off the markers at the end.
I reckon Richard Phelps, I call him Phelpsy because I won a world medal with him in the 8s in '91, so he's a top bloke and a real important presence in British rowing. His wife, of course, is chair of British rowing, Anne-Marie Phelps, but I bet he's never had an incident like that before. But the Germans have shown their class. They've been here in this event, many of them before as junior 16s, and they're here to win this year. They are selected crew. They are at the top of your picture, and they're going away. We haven't really mentioned the crew from Royal Grammar School High Wycombe. I did hear yesterday that their coach, Jeff Baker, he actually rowed with Mike Spratlin, would you believe, I think in the Empire Games in 1958 in a double scull. And Royal Grammar School High Wycombe, the numbers involved in rowing and sculling at that crew just down the road in Marlow has really grown and got bigger and bigger and bigger. There's the Germans. I think that's the Germans, or is that High Wycombe?
I think it's Royal Grammar School.
That's High Wycombe we're looking at, and just getting confirmation on the Buckinghamshire station. And you're looking at the stroke of Nick Davidson in that boat. So High Wycombe Royal Grammar School have really done wonders with their rowing, and Jeff Baker, the veteran coach, the evergreen coach, has really put his expertise into the boat to get them through the first round, into the Fawley, through the first round, and then up against the highly fancied German crew.
I mean, the German crew did well to recover off of that start, and I think, you know, early on in a race, when you get something like that, it can really disrupt the way you're rowing, because it takes the speed off the boat, and the boat will twitch. You'll be lopping to left and right as your boat is turning the tight angle, and so when you get onto the straight, then you've got to have a call to reset and make sure that you get back into your rhythm. You're not upset in that early stage of the race. You know, it can be quite frantic. You just need to take a moment as a crew. Right, now we're straight. Now we go. We're set.
So for Leo Schwarzkopf, you can see him in the crew on the left of your screen. He's the stroke man from the German 8. There's the drone flying overhead. It's his second time competing in the Fawley Cup. And then Tony Jury behind him, well, he came here in 2014. He's really experienced. It's the first time for Max Ilg. Well, you can see him with the blonde hair in the boat. He's just 16 years of age and youngest in that boat. And then Carsten Deller, well, he's closest to you. He's been rowing for 4 years, and he came here first in 2015, reached the semi-final. So no wonder the stewards have selected them. And it's a mixed crew. the young 16-year-old really showing why he was selected for the German crew with the blonde hair in the middle. And I don't know who's steering, Tom, but it was an incredible turn that boat did early doors in the race.
Yeah, I think it was very touch and go where they're going to hit one of those booms at the start there. So umpire did well to make sure it all got back on course.
So if you're watching on BT Sport or on YouTube around the world, you know, you've seen the thrills and spills of rowing. The Germans there from Frankfurter Rudergesellschaft, and they are giving the cheers, led by Leo Schwarzkopf, their stroke man, and the 4 boys from Royal Grammar School High Wycombe came in second, but thumbs up there from Sam Williams to the winners.